haven't given them the standard or passed on what is required of them. So this morning, of course, we'll be joined by the PG, but in his leadership and guidance, he has granted for ladies to go first today. So I have two beautiful ladies, members of ASATU Youth Wing, maybe even leaders, I don't know. So when they get to talk to us, we'll find out more. Vivian Okeke is here. Hi Vivian, how are you today? Okay, you will need to say that again. How are you today?
I'm fine, good morning.
Okay, now Mochale. All right, and we also have Chisum Olinya. Okay, Chisum, how are you?
I'm fine.
Are you from Anambra?
No, I'm not from Anambra.
Okay, because I couldn't quite pronounce the surname. That's why in Jessica very sure. Okay, so talk to us, your state, and how long have you been in Anambra? Just, yeah, so we'll get to know you better.
Okay, I'm from Enugu State.
Okay.
I'm just a month old in Anambra.
Oh, yeah,
I'm a youth corper.
Okay.
I'm serving here in Anambra.
But you know you're not going back, right? You know, I prophesy a lot. So, okay, so let's get into it. Yeah, so this is perhaps the first youth event you are attending in Anambra since you came, is it?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
so talk to us. How did it make you feel? Just a short review of what happened and the best parts of it for you.
Okay. The event. This was my first time witnessing such events. So I can say that it was really a good one.
On Anambra or entirely, no, why Nina?
Entirely, because in my state, you don't used to have such kind of events. So as I came, they were organizing youth workshop for all the youth leaders in Anambra. So I was like, I'm happy to be in ASATU so that I can at least witness this kind of events. So it was really a nice one. So
okay, it was really beautiful for you.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Chisum, that's Chisum. Vivian, also talk to us. What was it for you? Was it your first ever conference?
Not really per se, but then in case of ASATU, it is because having worked for PG as a secretary, it's actually a nice kind of experience. You know, getting.
Okay, you work for the PG.
Yes.
Okay, what do you do for ASATU Youth?
I'm like admin secretary.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you of course know that this is the first time we're having such a program.
Yes.
So what do you think stood out in the entire thing?
Yeah, what stood out for me, though I wasn't inside, we were actually the one doing the registration for the youth leaders, welcoming them into the events, making them feel at home and all that. And I believe they were happy. But then at some point you ought to listen to the whole the speakers, and the one that actually got me was the accountant, the lady.
Okay.
What's her name?
Dr. Geraldine Mobo, the accountant general of the local government.
Yes. Her speech was nice, talking about what it takes to actually be a leader. And all that, being making everyone to feel at home, because actually said a leader is not about leading, but actually serving. You understand? We are not in competition, but we're actually there to complete each other.
Complement.
Yes, to make each other feel, knowing each other's weakness to help them get better and actually utilize their strengths in the best way you can. So her speech was actually interesting. I believe everyone there, they applauded her massively. And I'm not withstanding other speakers, you understand? But I'm just trying to get the one that actually got my attention.
Are you sure you're not biased because you're a woman?
No, it's not. No. I'm not being biased here.
Okay.
I'm not. And even I can also remember the Igwe. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yes.
Igwe. Yes.
Igwe Olumbanasa.
Yes.
Ajaota the second of Olumbanasa.
Yes. As he was speaking like a father,
Yes.
not just as a king. And I believe he has one as he's a secretary or
Yes, the Secretary
Secretary
General
General.
of the Anambra State Traditional Rulers. That's why it's good that I was the anchor of the program because
Yes, no, you actually deserve that.
Abi?
You do, yes,
Okay.
you do, because you did your best, and
you.
I believe you carried everyone along. You understand, which is the main thing about being an anchor. You understand, and honestly, I wasn't inside the venue, like inside the arena where the whole thing, but being outside, it's at least being able to catch one or two things. Imagine what those that are inside would talk about. So I believe the youth leaders would definitely have something to go home to.
Absolutely. Okay. We are definitely going to talk a lot more about what happened. We've heard from the ladies. And when we come back from this short break, the President General of ASATU Youth Wing will tell us, that he hosted the event of the year.
Yes.
You know, the event that will be talked about for generations to come. As the
Definitely.
first time ever that young people came together to have trainings. Do we even talk about the food?
Like-
A lot of things. Everything was going round.
Yes.
When meat pie on a fair buteseria PG and the butu two. Adam comes Lina get Jen on
My sister.
All right, let's take this break. We'll be right back shortly. Stay with us.
The Anambra, if I dig my solution is here. Do you believe? I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Solution is here. For youth empowerment, I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Solution is here. For youth development, I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Solution is here.
Anambra Community Youth isiokwu ekwere m na Anambra ebe anyị ga-agbado ụkwụ bụ our Youth Empowerment Solution. Oh yes, sonyere ABS Radio 88.5 FM kwa Monday n'elekere 11 nke ụtụtụ ganye n'elekere 12 nke ehihie. Ị nwere ike ịkpọ anyị n'akara ekwentị oh yes maọbụ izite ozi na WhatsApp +234 0706 602 4724. Ị nwere ike isonyere anyị live na Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok maọbụ X. Anambra Community Youth Hour. Ndị ntorobịa anyị, ọdịnihu anyị. Ndị nkwado ihe mmemme a bụ ASATU Youth na njikọ aka Center for Youth Development and Education CYDE.
For youth development, I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Oh yes, I believe. Solution is here.
That's the solution sound, and we're in the solution era here at ABS Heartbeat of the East on the program Anambra Youth Hour, reaching you live this morning. Get ready to call us. Obone Ebia, the event of the moment, the event of the year, the historic event that happened last Thursday and Friday at the ASATU Secretariat at the old government house in Oka, Anambra State. Iga by na phone. Kitinyon wani kosi wega. How you feel about the entire packaging? Guess what? We were able to, as part of the program, go to the new government house. Hey, I got me that day. It was so now, I don't know, Vivian Chioma, were you able to join the walk or were you just back at the government house? That was on Friday morning.
Yeah.
What happened? Did you walk?
It's Chisom that did.
Okay, Chisom did. All
Yes.
right. Okay, so what's your impression of everything?
What can I explain what I really saw that day? Like, it was like a paradise, actually.
I love the smile on your face. Wow.
I can say that your governor really did a nice work.
You know,
over there.
our governor, he's actually, it's not my governor because
Okay.
now you're one of us, right? Because the idea that we have, the Anambra spirit tells us that no bona no Anambra.
Okay.
Bo
It's
onye
now
Anambra.
a part of Anambra.
Yes, because
Okay.
you're now part of the solution. That's also why you aligned yourself, you attended, you went for the work, and then we're received by the SSG, Principal Secretary to Mr. Governor. We were welcomed to the government house, and then we went on to the Solution Fund City. PG,
Yes,
I
yes.
think it's proper for us to hear from you an overview of
Okay.
of the program last Thursday and Friday.
Wow. First, I have to thank God for a successful program we had. Certain also, I have to thank our role models, especially those who supported us with heavy finance to ensure that ASATU youth is strong and providing the enabling environment for young people to express themselves and participate in governance. Then I have to thank the speakers who were there, lots of them. I have to thank the moderator who was full of energy and doing what she knows how to do best.
Thank you so much, PG, for the opportunity.
Then youth leaders, the committee members who worked around the clock to see that the event was successful. The youth leaders who made it happen. Because you can't have a teacher without a student. You know, it is the essence of it is the student that makes us to have a teacher. So without the youth leaders, the event wouldn't have been a success. So the youths of Anambra State, especially the community leaders of 179, made me proud. And it's something that we have to glorify God for. You know, we've just started the next phase, the second journey. We have a tenure of 4 years. We've spent 2 years plus. So we have to rejig our organization to enable us move to the next level. And what's the next level? Programs. That's what we are into now.
Okay.
From one program to another, getting people involved in what we're doing, then taking serious responsibility. When I say serious responsibility, I mean taking ownership of our stake. What's our stake? Guiding the young people to participate in whatever level they can in making the environment better, supporting this administration. It's very important. You know, community predates government. The formal government we have today started some time ago. Father can quote that it was the United Kingdom, the coming together of England and Scotland under the Union Treaty, bettered the formal government we have, the formal government institution that we have today in the world. And before then, community had been in place. So, as in Obodo, I usually call ourselves, it's our duty to ensure that we mobilize our people to engage in positive actions that will promote peaceful coexistence amongst ourselves, especially those who live in Anambra. You know, we can't leave anything to chance. No, not at all. We can't leave anything to chance. We must have to ensure that we are active players in the governance of the state. That's it.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, PG, for spotlighting that. I have a few questions because when you talked about programs, and broadening the opportunities for youth inclusion in the solution government, that's the next level for us as young Anambra of the ASATU Youth Wing and maybe other sister youth organizations. Let's look at the youth leaders themselves. I'm sure you've gotten feedback, even there in the hall. So what's the feeler you're getting from the training?
Seriously, it's amazing. I mean, when I mean it's amazing, it's amazing. Oh, I didn't even send you the message I sent to them.
Okay.
I'm going to send you the message.
Okay, sir.
It's amazing. I had to write a message thanking them. Then I had to write another message thanking the role models. And these two messages were very amazing. They were very amazing in the sense that the responses I got from them, I asked some of them, how did you see? They say it was superb. Yeah. Because the treatment was wow to them. Even when we embarked on the tour, a project tour, which was not factored in earlier to be held on that day. It was to be held on Saturday. But to them, they preferred it to be held on Friday. I said, okay, increase on our time. But it was amazing. We had to make up by saying, we're going to provide accommodation for you guys to stay again, so that, especially those who are living far, so that the time spent on going on tour will not affect the time allotted for the speakers to talk to us. So all the speakers were amazing. Just like the admin secretary said, that the lady that talked on community accountability and community service. Yes. Yeah, Norma Mobu, Accountant General of the local government, was amazing. You know, that even when if you wanted to give out notice, time notice, members were saying, "I beg, leave out,
Yes,
leave out." Let her talk. Continue to talk. So it was amazing. You know, amazing. This is the feelers. You know, I find it difficult to get the appropriate word for me to use to describe how my members felt about the program. But, you know, it was amazing.
It was, seriously. And I think it's very proper for us to mention some of the top personalities who came there as facilitators to support ASATU Youth Wing for that program. On day one, not in any particular order. Of course, the event was flagged off by the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim.
Yes.
And the keynote speaker was Obuefinu Kefi.
Yeah.
Honorable Ejike Okechukwu, member representing Anocha 2 constituency at the Anambra State House of Assembly.
Yeah.
We also had a civil society leader, Prince Chris Azo, who stayed till the very end of the program. Honorable Chudi Moji, who's a social development specialist, he also presented a paper. We also had the Commissioner of Lands, Professor Ofonze Amuchaze, SAN, who talked to us about how Anambra youths are losing out when companies come to Anambra, and then because of some youth activities, you know, demanding this from them, and then Before you know it, they go to a neighboring state and establish. We've lost out the employment opportunities and all of that. So it was very engaging. And the PG said there will be a rematch, because the questions were too much. So there will be another forum where issues regarding how youth can make land administration and possibly come up with suggestions on laws that are needed to better regulate land matters in Anambra. We also had the Secretary General of the Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council, Igwe Pius Anachonu. He was there. Sevin DK, the chairman of ASATU, was there. He spoke to us as a father. Hey, it was beautiful listening to amazing speakers, really. And then we also had, on day 2, we had Professor PVC Okoye, who talked about CSR and community development. Then the new landlord of the old government house, the special advisor to Mr. Governor, of course, on innovation and business incubation, Ms. Chinwe Okoli. Yes, because they've now, I think that was the day they were taking possession of that environment for Anambra Silicon Valley. She was there, and she spoke to us as well on how we can leverage digital skills training, which are mostly free, lots of them, free trainings by the SID Academy. So you can log on now, www.sidacademy.ng. www.sidacademy.ng to enroll for over 30 free digital courses that you can take and join the 1 million Anambra digital tribe. Then, of course, Dr. Norma Mobo, the Accountant General of the local government, was there. She spoke to us and she said something. PG, do you remember? She talked about people who may be empowering other people with major funds that are not even theirs. And they're not even looking at their family members. They're not looking back at empowering those around them. So it's time for us to look back. And then don't even use public funds to do such. Try and see what you can do for yourself and do your empowerment. Okay. And then Engineer Martin Abwili, PhD. That session was practical. It was everything beautiful. And it came as the last session, but people were seated there in the hall listening to him. He took us and it was projected. It was beautiful. I want to say thank you to all our amazing presenters, facilitators who aligned with the vision of establishing the youth of Anambra, building them up, telling them that there is work to be done and telling them what needs to be done. It's one thing to say, oh, youth should do better. What are they supposed to do? Show them the way. So thank you so much for coming to show the youth the way. We cannot wait to have some of you back next time because the PG says it's a continuum. This is just the beginning. PG, and we foresee we basalanka because ojulanya as well was beautiful.
You've said it all, Ify. It was fantabulous.
Absolutely, it was. How beautiful it was. So now, I'm going to ask one more question because we're going to talk about another. PG has an update and information for us. So every youth, get ready to learn what next is going to happen within the ASATU youth and possibly healthy living system. But we're going to open up the phone lines. Call us on any of the numbers. If you attended the program and you have a reaction, you want to say something regarding what happened, please call any of the numbers. 0706-538-1320. 0706-538-1320. You can also reach us on 0808-487-2166. 0808-487-2166. Those are the numbers that you can call. All right. Now, PG, let's also take a look at the partners. You talked a lot about the people who supported the program to happen. So, by inference, are you saying that for people who did not support this time, maybe because we didn't reach out to them, or maybe it was too soon, are our programs, the programs of the ASATU, open for people for more support? Yes, can ASATU Youth do with more support for programs and even our program, Aine Meketa, do we need support for it? This radio program.
Oh, okay, yeah. We, of course, if we're open for support. Those who what we are doing is good, and what we're doing is interesting to them. We're open for support, but we won't be doing that every day, asking, people, because now we have odogus in Anambra who are our pillar. Don't we find all of there's a word I use in describing them. Rock of Gibraltar.
Okay.
So what is interesting there is that we have to be on doing what we are doing, and keep our eyes on the ball. Like I told you, Fee, that we have programs to execute, that we're not sleeping about it. The next program we have is on the line this Friday.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
this Friday. So it's going to be a seminar, one-day seminar on healthy living advocacy.
Okay.
Then that one-day seminar, those who are going to participate in it are our lead organizers. People were asking, why we have lead organizers, why is it that they didn't participate in the leadership training we had? And I told them that program was meant for the youth leaders. The one for lead organizers is coming, so it's on Friday. And this Friday we're going to have the seminar on healthy living advocacy, and also inauguration of community lady organizers for healthy living with Noya Soludo. So in every community we're going to have a focal person who is going to lead other ladies in the community to embark on a crusade for healthy living.
Okay.
And if last year there's a book, Healthy Living Advocacy, which the First Lady of Anambra State approved of it, and we the youth leaders, especially ASATU youth, then we have lead organizers. We made it that our lead organizers are going to focus on supporting a pet project of the First Lady.
Okay.
A pet project of the First Lady. So it is our duty to support the pet project of the First Lady. And this project of the First Lady, How to Living with Noya Soludo, is amazing. It's amazing. And young people have their own language. Mm-hmm. We have a language for the young people. And for us who are the leaders of young people, we understand the language of the young people, and we use that language for the young people to communicate to them. Yes. So that's why the healthy living advocacy is meant for the lady organizers who also understand the language of young people, to use that to communicate to them. So the seminar is going to go on to let them know there are 10 healthy living ethics that they need to really understand and imbibe, come and spread the message to the young people. Then what is significant about this one now? We are doing it in collaboration with the ASATU Women Wing.
Okay.
We are doing it in collaboration with ASATU Women Wing, where the community women leaders are going to be part of this program in driving it. And what's our role? Their role is that on that day we are going to also install them as patrons, as patronesses.
Okay.
So we're going to install them as patronesses, and the idea behind this is to ensure that we are working in synergy, that we are working together in the mandate of carrying the crusade of elder living to nooks and crannies of Anambra State.
Okay.
Then let me use this opportunity to make a very clear statement. Recently, we got information that the former immediate the leader of Women Wing had to abandon the organization to offer herself as a running mate to another political a party where a candidate for gubernatorial election offered her to serve as a running mate. Now, it brought a little bit controversy within their fold as Women Wing. Then, Ify, for me, as a leader of ASATU Youth, being another wing of ASTOC, there's need for me to make a clear statement on that issue. Recently, that's this year, ASATU was changed to ASTOC. ASATU means Anambra State Association of Town Unions. ASTOC means Anambra State Town Unions Council. By changing ASATU to ASTOC, it means that the association component of the organization, making it to be an NGO, ceases to exist. And by adding council to it, it means that ASTOC is now government creation. Also means that as government creation, it has status of government. We will soon expect to get a legal framework that will give a platform for the ASTOC to operate. Now, being ASTOC, it means that the members of ASTOC are to be pro-government, are to also choose to either be apolitical because of their faith, but can't play anti-government or anti-party. Because it is no longer an NGO. So that is the status of ASTOC. Then ASTOC has wings, Women Wing and Youth Wing. And the wings of ASTOC are expected to operate within the confine of the ASTOC as government status, not association per se. Meaning that they are to operate in line with the status of ASTOC,
Okay.
being government creation, and not to use it to do anything they like. See, I have my choice, freedom of choice to belong to any association. Yes. I have a right to express myself. Yes. But when you have a right to do this, you also know that any association you want to join or any group you want to join, you also need to understand the operating framework of that organization.
Okay.
So that you know that if this is the operating framework of this organization, it is not in line with your own choices. You are there not to join at all. You leave it. You leave. So for me, it shouldn't be a worry to us as ASATU Youth. It's not an issue at all.
Okay.
So rather, our position is very simple. That the woman, if she has not resigned, she resign. If she has not resigned, she should resign. If she resigns, fine. ASATU women remains strong, despite one person not being there.
Okay.
And for that reason, the Friday program we are holding, we made it to be in collaboration with them, because I've reached out to the acting woman leader there, Mrs. Uti. I've reached out to the secretary, Mrs. Njideka, about the plan. And one thing very clear is that I know I want as ASATU Youth Wing. Fama one as ASATU Women Wing. Astok Bonna as Astok.
Okay.
And for us, we are one body of town union projecting, defending, and promoting the programs and activities that promote community development in line with the vision of the state government. Okay. Seeing that these programs go down to the communities. And why our traditional rulers remain the custodians of our culture, tradition, and customs of our communities. And if it's going to be a wonderful thing. And you're also going to be there to moderate, to be the MC of that day, on Friday. You can see where we are expecting lady organizers after the program, after the program, go to their various communities and install the patroness position to the woman leader of the community, before embarking on the crusade for healthy living with Noye Soludo. It's all about healthy living. It's all about healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And we are not going to be lacking in doing our duty, supporting the crusade for healthy living, which First Lady has, by the grace of God, brought to Anambra.
And that's the update, rising from the workshop and training of the 179th youth leaders in Anambra and Southeast youth leaders. The Anambra State Association of Town Union Youth Wing, ASATU Youth, in collaboration with the Anambra State Association of Town Unions Women Wing, ASATU Women, is organizing a one-day seminar on healthy living advocacy and inauguration of community lady organizers for healthy living with Noye Soludo. The theme is spreading the crusade of healthy living in the 179 communities of Anambra State. And the date is the 13th of June, 2025. That's on Friday, 4 days, just 3 days away. Yeah. At 11 a.m. and taking place at Royal Paradise Hotel, Oka. That's the venue of the program. So we'll take a few calls and then wrap up. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, because we ain't one.
Okay, never need to know.
Okay. Oh, why
I
are
want
you
to-
ABC? Okay.
Okay, I'm MC Culture from Ufuma Kingdom. So I want to congratulate my EG. EG are doing a great job. Ufuma youth is proud of you. On behalf of HSN, I got you the youth leader of it. So I want to appreciate your job. You're doing a great job. So keep it up. Because of your Ufuma. Thank you. God bless you.
Oh, thank you very much. Keda fagin ABC abo.
MC Culture from Ufuma.
Okay. IG culture from you, Ufuma. That's what I heard.
Oh, my brother, comrade, Dalu.
Today you come to Ufuma. I saw you. I saw your job. You did a great job. The election is so peaceful. Not easy.
So, Ibu Onoko Melo.
My name is Yoku now.
Dalu. Dalu.
Dalo. Oh, thank you
Keep it
so.
on. We are here
Thank
for
you.
you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Kenezie, the youth of Ufuma, and the ASATU youth wing, Ufuma. Gwa had a lot, and of course, the ladies from Ufuma will come this Friday. So,
Yeah.
yes, the training is going to be intense. So, but before we go, while we take calls, we'll just take this music. Ọ dị ka anyị etili PG egwu ka ọ gbalitụ obele egwu na nwoke fụkwara na ife last weekend ma expenditures and all that. So at least ka ọ calm to down with this song. PG, the youth of Anambra State are saying to you, Boga, no shaking. Audio fellow, anything audio fellow, yeah, JMA. Thank you so much for leading us on this solution journey to deliver the livable and prosperous Anambra that our governor envisions. We have seen the vision alongside the governor. Makanonweka Osi, he actually makes us see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And we're all keying in, and that's also what you're doing for the youths.
Yes.
You're cascading to the grassroots, and we want to thank you specially.
Yeah.
So, PG, kai chikotazia?
Wow. I want to use this avenue to thank the First Lady of Anambra State, Dr. Noni Soludo, Mama Anambra, Mili Gulegu, for all she is doing for the people of Anambra State. She's a great mother and an amazing woman. And what she has done so far, the accolade she has received for her good works, even after 5 years, because, remaining 1 year now to go, then for extra 4 years. The impact, I can't find the suitable word to describe what the impact will be. But on behalf of the young people of Anambra State, from the 179 communities, I want to say we are inspired by what she is doing, and we are going to stand with her together with our mothers. Together with our mothers, who are the leaders of the women wing of the 179. We're going to stand with her in her crusade for healthy living with no Soludo. In every community, we are going to raise the voice, standing with our First Lady in this crusade. Like Mama Anambra will say, you are what you eat. And a healthy lifestyle is possible. It's all about ensure first that what you eat is carefully examined. Then, having said this, to all the women leaders of the 179 communities of Anambra State, do not be distracted, do not be disturbed. Your children being led by the youth wing of the 179 communities are responsible enough to stand with you, to support you, and to ensure that you don't betray the trust put on you in ensuring that the community is safe, our communities are working in line with the vision of Mr. Governor. Then to the youth leaders of 179 communities, ndị njem ọnụ, ndị njibiri, I'm very proud of them, and I keep on telling them to stand firm. We are for peace, progress, and security of Anambra State. If you have any issue in your community within the Anambra territory, you know I'm always there for you to reach out, and we're going to stand together to solve whatever issue it is. Because Anambra is ours,
And
Anambra
we
serve.
serve. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
President General of ASATU Youth Wing, Comrade Ken Okoli, for this charge to the youths. And we look forward to Friday for the Healthy Living Advocacy Training for lady organizers and women patronesses. Okay, thanking you as well, Chisum Olinya and Vivian Okeke, who joined me earlier to talk about their experiences at the workshop and training last week. Oga Dizzy next Monday when we come for another wrap of Anambra Youth Hour, and that will also be a review of the Healthy Living Advocacy Training and much more. Yes, because this is a continuum. The programs are going to be rolling out, so you really have to be involved so you won't be left behind. Afambo Ifi Arono Okafo. And I appreciate you for being with us, and for Onya Bolani, thank you so much for also reaching out. All right, we'll return to the music. Let's continue the Boga Makanodero Fele.